Hello, I'm Bliznub and welcome to Building the Best, and today we're going to be looking at EV Trinity, which is Energy Vamp Trin. Now, unfortunately I don't have Trinity Prime yet, as the drop for that BP is crazy rare and I refuse to pay 700 plat. So we have a regular Trinity here with, I believe, one former on a dash polarity, and this is a near perfect EV Trin. Now, the required mods for EV Trin are really simple. You have to have overextended and stretch, for the simple reason that if you're running with something like a Siren or a Mesa, you need to be able to energy vamp people who are actually outside of their range. Otherwise, they won't actually receive the energy, whilst I accept Mesa whilst in ult can't receive the energy anyway, sort of a moot point. Various frames will kill things within a radius, and you need to be able to beat that radius. In order to do that, you have to have both of the range mods. Next thing you need is fleeting expertise and transient fortitude. Now this is very important because you have to have negative duration on EV Trin. It does not work like a blessed Trin, which is something a lot of Trinities will forget, because the Energy Vampire makes 4 pulses which give the squad energy in a radius, and of course we've sorted out the radius down here. But the point is, if you have negative duration, those 4 pulses occur almost instantaneously, and then the target will probably take massive amounts of damage and die from something. Point is, even if something is currently shooting at that target, you can EV them and they will most likely release 2 to 3 pulses before they die, even if someone is currently killing them. And of course, fleeting expertise gives extra efficiency, and the power strength from transient fortitude is brilliant because the amount of energy released per pulse is based off strength, and we have overextended on here, so we have to have transient fortitude and intensify. Of course, we have streamline on here so that the efficiency is absolutely capped out. In theory, I could put on my slightly less... never mind, we have to have the absolute maximum negative power duration. I do actually have a 4-point fleeting expertise for perfect efficiency, but eh. Next, we have Vampire Leech and Augment, which means, simply put, when those energy pulses hit you, if you are capped out on energy, you get shields instead. Now this is brilliant for such things as raids and Tower 4 defenses, because you get ridiculous amounts of shields, and I really do mean ridiculous, up to 2,000 on some frames, and it's incredibly valuable as that buffer of purple shield will save you from lethal damage a lot of the time, especially, as I say, in raids. Now EV Trin is extremely valuable, and as I say, it's pretty much meta now for her to be in Tower 4 defense, and 2 Trinities are always requested in every raid I've seen, except of course for 5-man raids where people just want an EV Trin and not a blessed Trin, which is a bit weird, not gonna judge. Anyhow, EV Trin is easily the most valuable support frame in the game, and this build is near perfect, I would say. The only things I would add, the redirection of course is completely optional. You could put on Vigor or Vitality depending on what you prefer. Natural Talent actually comes in very handy if you have a spare slot, for instance if you don't want this redirection. Now of course, if I had a couple more former on here, I could have an Exilus slot, and I'd probably go for a Handspring for the utility of it. But honestly, on a Trinity, Enemy Sense makes a lot of sense, as the enemy radar, which is what I was going to say, is extremely useful for finding enemies on the minimap which aren't being targeted, which aren't being killed, as more often than not you're running with a squad, you have to stick close to them, they're going to see the enemies at the same time as you, and they're probably going to kill them. People don't like to let Trinity get energy vamp off. Anyhow, that's pretty much all I can say about this, so let's give it a go. But before I do, let's look, and we're actually getting an ability radius, the power range is 235, meaning you can cast on an enemy that is that far away. The ability radius is almost 60 meters, meaning the pulses of energy are that much, and energy per pulse is 31, which is great. It means that you get 125 energy on a complete energy vamp. And of course you'll get a butt ton of shields from doing that as well, and the duration is down to 3 seconds, which is great. 4 pulses over 3 seconds is extremely good. Now we're going to close region chat and go to, I don't know, let's say Neptune to test this out. Trinity, could you not? Anyhow, let's do a exterminate if I can find one with Trinity's fat ass sitting in the way. Screw it, this'll do. Capture. Lovely. Now, the only thing I can really show you is how much energy is restored. As I say, it's 125 per complete cycle of an energy vamp, but the shield restore is a lot more, and hopefully I'll be able to show that here. And as you can see, the energy cost is only 12, but it's giving me back 125 energy, damaging the target by pretty much nothing, but it's also going to be boosting... Okay, really? Didn't realize sapping Osprey, Leech Ospreys, sorry, could do that. And also giving me pulses of about 50 shields per pulse, maybe a tiny bit less than that. Which is being blocked by this Osprey, so I'm gonna just with the there we go. Lovely. So, in summary, EV Trin, easily the most valuable support frame in this game, and this is how to build her. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry that didn't go quite according to plan. Please like and comment below, and subscribe if you want to see more. I'm Bliznub, and this is EV Trin.